Well, ain't that funny? We're gonna begin part 13 the exact same way we began part 11, with two galactic grunts harassing some man for his possessions. Last time it was Rowan's research findings, which were a rather credible target at least, but now they're after honey! Look at us, we're the great mighty Team Galactic, and to carry out our nefarious plans, we need honey! Okay, so we're gonna fight them. No, we're not gonna fight them in a double battle this time. We're gonna fight them one after the other, it seems. And, oh god, a Stunky. This is... no, actually, scratch that. Bite is not very effective against it either, so forget what I was about to say. But, yeah, Rowan at least knew their weak point. Just trash talk them as much as humanly possible, but this guy clearly doesn't know their weak point, even though we do because we've seen it before. So we're gonna let Grodel here do the trash talking for us, okay? And by the way, just so that you know, I absolutely love this song, the Team Galactic theme. I really was ecstatic when I heard they were bringing it back. Sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling to say such simple things. Maybe because English isn't my first language, but even native English speakers trip over their words sometimes, so I guess it happens. And oh god, we got a Zubat, so that means we're still gonna... oh, come on. I'm supposed to learn Bite at level 22, and I'm so close, and I still can't... oh, well, at least Tackle one-shotted it, but still, it's just a bit frustrating. Oh, come on! Look how close I am! That's just not fair! Oh, at least I hope Tackle one-shots this one as well, and this should be enough to put me over the top and to learn Bite, which will replace Tackle, of course. Bite is going to come in really handy against most everything that resists Razor Leaf, because Tackle can only do so much. Of course, there's a small issue of Bite being at a disadvantage against Tackle when it comes to Stunky and Skuntank, but hopefully I don't have to deal with too many of them until I reach Jupiter and her Skuntank. This is going to be a nasty fight. I really hope I got a Torterra by then, but I guess we're only gonna see when we get close to it. So, okay, I guess this is... oh, it's the key to the Valley Windworks, so now it sort of makes sense that we gotta go over here first. Anyway, he's going to enable the whole sweet honey tree aspect for us, and, yeah, you saw how they were dressed. Yeah, I wonder if in Black and White they got the same kind of comments for Team Plasma. Those guys really stand out with actually, perhaps even more than Team Galactic as well. And, oh, we got some free honey. Not that I'm going to use it at all, because I'm not planning on using anything among... oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot to mention, in Diamond and Pearl, you could only buy it one at a time, but in Platinum, they were kind enough to add an option to buy 10 of them at a time. You know, just in case you'd actually be interested in buying huge quantities of these at once. Why didn't they do that for the Game Corner coins? Oh, God, Gonad works in mysterious ways, I guess. Which reminds me, I never got to mention what they brought back the Team Galactic theme for. It was Brawl, okay? I'm sure you already knew where I was going with that, but just so I don't get a million comments about how you were about to say something, but then you went completely off track and blah blah blah. You know, now you know, it's Brawl. It's the Brawl rendition of the Team Galactic theme. So now that we got the key in hand, we're going to head back to the Valley Windworks, where a few shady characters await us. Of course, there are a few grunts, but there's also the first commander of Team Galactic, which is Mars. I know I've done many jokes about her in the past, but seriously, just look at her, look at Rogue, look at Silver. I know this has everything to do with whoever designs those characters being lazy and reusing facial features and such, but it's a lot more fun to pretend that, that she's the kind of gal that you wouldn't invite on Sesame Street. So yeah, we got this Wimpola from before, who ran off to alert Mars that I was coming, but there are a few more grunts to fight before we get there. And by the way, in this building, we're also going to be introduced to another galactic commander, which is named Charon. He wasn't there at all in Diamond and Pearl, he was only added in Platinum, and I don't know, maybe it's just my warped perception of things, but it seems to me like he was tacked on at the last minute or something. Maybe they needed an extra evil character to counter Looker or something, but yeah, he sort of sounds like a last-minute addition to me, especially since you don't ever fight him. Usually, when there are major villains in a game, you fight them. Always. That's an unwritten law, that's been around forever, and it'll be around forever. When there's a major villain, you fight him. You never fight Charon. Even when he becomes leader at the end, you never fight him. And by the way, one interesting thing about Charon is that in the Japanese version, his name was Pluto, but they changed it in the English releases, and perhaps in some of their languages as well, because Disney already had a character named Pluto who went back all the way to the 30s, I guess, so yeah, they didn't want to have any trouble with Disney, so they renamed Pluto into Charon instead, which sort of makes sense because Charon is a satellite of Pluto, which is now a dwarf planet. I got a few things to say about Pluto's status as a dwarf planet, but this is gonna wait until a later time, because I think there were only those two grunts to fight here, and right after that, it's Mars. So, of course, I want to commentate boss battles as they come. Okay, they're gonna take away... Yeah, that's right. They're gonna take away your Pokemon when in fact you need help. You just have a freaking Glameow. They're not helping you much, right? Alright, so... Okay, this is clearly an allusion to Charon being added in Platinum, whereas he wasn't there in Diamond and Pearl. Been trying to create a new world that's better than this one. Well, that's what everyone in Team Galactic thinks, but the truth is, the leader, who is Cyrus, whom we already saw at Lake Verity, just wants to destroy the universe, and he's feeding his underlings bullcrap about how they want to create a better universe than this one, blah 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 blah, and they're all naive enough to fall for it. Even the admins are left in the dark. Commanders. They're called commanders in this generation. Sorry. So, okay, level 15 Zubat. So, naturally, now that I have Bite, I'm going to make great use of it. And I'm not really worried about this fight because, well, she's got a Purugly, which is really strong for this point in the game, but a Purugly is something I can handle. So, all in all, Mars is really easy. In every sense of the term. Yeah, I just said that. What do you think you're doing to my Pokemon? Well, hello! You challenged me to a fight! I'm fighting! This is what I'm doing! Use your brain! Anyway, Zubat's down, so it's time for the big one. Purugly! And it's a level 17 one at that. Yeah, she really fed its Pokeweedies. Fake out, 7 damage. Ow, well that's sort of a lot at this point in the game. Scratch does 7 as well, since it has the same power, and both have stab as well. Here we go, Razor Leaf. How's it gonna do? Oh! Just under half. Maybe if the RNG's nice this time around, I can do it, please? Please? And even the Quick Claw kicked in. Ow! God, so close! And now it's gonna eat an Oranberry. So, okay, Scratch again. 7 damage. Okay, now... Okay, the Quick Claw didn't kick in this time, unfortunately. So, okay, at least, I guess this is gonna be it. There's no way it's gonna survive that. There we go. The only way it would have survived is if it missed, since it only has 95 accuracy, and Grotle is now up to level 23. And that's it for this battle with Mars, you uppity brat. Well, I'm sorry, you were the one who challenged me. You're fully responsible for what happens to you after that. At least I hope Jupiter is as easy as this, though somehow I doubt it if my Grotle hasn't evolved by then, and now Charon pipes in saying that they got plenty of electricity anyway, so the mission is a success, even though Mars just got completely trounced. Yet Charon sounds really modest about his status within Team Galactic. will you shut it? Well, yeah, she's acting like she really doesn't like him, but you know what? She'd totally ride his baloney pony in a heartbeat. I wonder what kind of children that would give. Probably fairly messed up, I'm sure of that. I mean, sure, Byron looks sort of like a maniac at times, but he's nowhere near as much of an eyesore as Charon is, and Giovanni isn't either. So, okay, creating a new universe, blah, blah, blah. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me, and, well, that's sort of normal considering that goal is completely fake, as I said. Yeah, I'm spoiling the game this early, but I think most everyone who's watching this LP has played this game already. Ew, you stink! Come on, he was taken hostage! You can't be too picky when... Imagine for a moment that the wives of the 33 miners that were rescued complained about their stench. I mean, they spent over 2 months down there! They probably would have died from their own stench in any other circumstances. Sorry. Anyway, this guy here is talking to us about Drifloon, who is going to start appearing on Fridays once I beat Gardenia. And by the way, yes, I'm going to come back and catch a Drifloon because it's going to play the part of temporary HM Slave, which I think I've probably used in every LP of mine so far. And in this LP is going to be Drifloon. So now, Looker is late, as always. He's either late or never at the right place. Or, well, too early if you consider his appearance in Jubilife. He said, "There's nothing here, so I'll be going." And right after that, shit starts hitting the fan. So, now, I can't understand Looker for not believing me, since seriously, how can a little child like me run off a criminal team as well organized as Team Galactic? And now that he found out that it's true, he's literally orgasming over my awesome display of skills. Come on, it was a Zubat and a Purugly, and my levels were towering over theirs anyway. Okay, this guy is way too goofy to be a realistic police officer. Definitely, come on. So, okay, now that the Valley Windworks are done and over with, we can head to Route 205, which leads to Eterna Forest. And actually, Route 205 is the first of many routes in this game that are separated into 2 halves, with slight variations in wild Pokemon between the 2 halves. Because there's the southern portion, which we're on right now, and the northern portion, which is past Eterna Forest, and oh crap, I completely forgot to heal! I am so dead! Oh my god, what have I done? Damn you, Looker! You distracted me! I hate you so much right now! And oh my god, I barely survived! Fight, please! Yes! Oh my god, this was close! 1 less level, and I wouldn't have done it! Wow, I never would have heard the end of it if I died here! Oh my god. I'm going to stop here for now because now my adrenaline is sky high, and I'll see you next time with more Route 205.